Hello everyone and welcome to this new League of Legends video. Today's video will be a guide on Reworked Veigar. Alright guys, so let's start off with the champion select for. So for the summoner spells, you will usually want to take Flash and Teleport, although you can sometimes take a barrier to have more sustain or survive some of the harder matchups like LeBlanc, which have a lot of burst, maybe even Anivia, but you will want to take Teleport to maybe even to catch up with some roaming supports or just to get back to lane faster and just have an easier time in the lane. Okay, so now for the starting items, you will usually just want to start with your Doran's Ring and then 2 potions. Now you can choose between your Runic Affinity, Biscuits, or the Assassin Mastery. You will usually want to take the Biscuit Mastery because it's the most useful one, but Assassin also isn't bad if you think you can win your lane really easily. So yeah, it can help you out with that, or maybe even Runic Affinity if you have a jungler who will give you a lot of blue buffs. And now for the example build pad, which will be on your screen right now. It will usually be a Morelomicon, your first item, your Sorcerer Shoes, Void Stuff, and those 3 are your core items. Then you will probably always, after those 3 core items, you will want to find or just pick items which suit you the best in that situation that you're in that game. But usually you'll want to go just more AP, so something like Rabadons, Luden Secum, Abyssal, of course, everything that you need you always will get in that particular game. But as I said, core items are your Morelomicon, Sorcerer Shoes, and Void Stuff. And for the runes and masters, that will be on your screen right now. But for the runes, you will mostly want to get the typical AP rune page, so Marks of Magic Band, AP Quins, Seals of Health per level, and MR Blues. But of course you can switch it up however you want. I actually take Mana Regen Seals because I play really passively my lane and just want to get to stay in the lane as much as possible, to farm as much as possible. But yeah, of course you can change it up however you want, but this is the most typical and in most cases the best rune page. And for the masteries, you will want to go 12-18-0 with your Thunderlords being the keystone. You can switch it up to Storm Raiders maybe, but I prefer Thunderlords for the lane phase. Alright guys, that's pretty much it about the build and all the core information. Now let's start off with your laning phase. So in the lane, if you're up against assassins, I don't know if Veigar is the best choice, but if you do end up matching against an assassin, you want to play really passively and just farm with your Q, especially after the buffs in patch 6.17. It's a lot more easier, so you just farm with your Q and stay really safe, which actually turned out really good for me in a lot of the matchups. For instance, against LeBlanc, I was just staying really far away so she could never W me, and if she tried to force some aggressive move, she would jump into my E and I would actually outrate her. So just stay away from the assassins as much as possible. If you're up against mages, you do have quite a good chance of killing them. You just need to farm and just dodge everything that you can. And then usually you just put your E around them and they have to flash, or if they don't. And so you just need to farm, and then after your core items probably already be able to one-shot them. Alright guys, so now for the late game, you will just want to, in my experience, I just usually one-shot the most important target, so the enemy ADC or maybe even the enemy mid laner, or sometimes even the enemy jungler. And you can also crowd control a lot of the peoples. It's really easy to play the team fights because your W has quite a big hitbox, so does your Q. It's really easy to land. So you can poke a lot of people, one-shot a lot of people. If you have a really good farm and they're kind of fed, you can one-shot the enemy AD carries without your ult, just your Q and W, and that's just really easy to do. So you just have to E as much people as possible, maybe even sometimes the tanks so they cannot engage, and there's a lot of the stuff that you can pull up in team fights, but always just focus on the most important target. And as I said before, for the Storm, you can choose between Storm Raiders and Turtles. Storm Raiders is really useful in team fights because you can be really sketchy and hard to catch, because if people get at you, you are probably dead unless you manage to out damage them. You can do some cool plays with activating your W on yourself and activating your Zona to catch them off guard. That actually saved me a few times from champions like Master Yi, who can like just stay on you all the time. And yeah, that is pretty much it for the Veigar guide. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you are interested in anything, or if you have any questions, make sure to comment down below. I really want to hear your guys' feedback. I love when you guys comment, so make sure to do that. Leave a like or dislike. I really want to know what you guys think about this guide, and if you found it informational and educational enough. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you want to see more. Like, dislike, share, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.